Mm-hmm. Fear was going in that building, I think.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my bronchitis. I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me.
You're still worried. It's very worrying.
Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
I'm no one. Just an old woman who cleans these hallways. If you can call it living. I have a little room upstairs right next to the coal room. It's barely bigger than a closet. But I don't complain, no. I have my bed and my aching bones to keep me company. And that's all I need from this world. Ask away, policeman. The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still, she leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
She mumbles some kind of a response, then hacks something.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry. Pea-brain, someone played a trick on you. Martinaise is a name for anyone who comes from Martinaise, like Jim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for? Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually open.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to the... You can feel tension on the other side. A poor communard, from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, it's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. No reply. This door has been closed. No reply. What are you doing? You're trying to cut the body of the lock with the chain cutters, and it's really not working.
I believe it's the shackle you mean to cut, Detective.
He's just trying to help. Don't take it bad. Relax.
Perhaps you should give it another go.
The shackle snaps like...
After you, Detective.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov.
He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Masovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution. The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting.
That isn't just a five-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers, the iconography of communism.
I'll keep my armistice handy, Detective.
He doesn't actually reach for his gun. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Massive revolution.
To symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it. The wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it. Because white is the color of peace. Nothing at all yet, right?
Ooh, the piggies have learned how to saunter up staircases. I didn't think you could do that with hooves. But here you are. Yeah, I can see that. Cool mutations.
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint. It's heavy fuel oil.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock.
She really did it. She's proud of it too.
Or what? You'll push me off this ledge and pry the bucket from my dead hands?
The lieutenant is desperately searching for another handkerchief. Hatred, disgust, the woman on the boat.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world. It's where they grow whores like her. And they're whoremen. Have you got a crush on her? Hello again, officers. Ooh, not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner. Does anyone in a city like this? It doesn't have to do anything at all. Nothing does. Like me. Right now, I'm doing nothing at all. Shoot, Piggy.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good? The smoker on the balcony.
Suddenly, he's a little worried about your memory.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here. Apartment number 28.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Don't worry. You'll get him. Remember, tomorrow. He's probably gone for
Trying to sneak up on me.
The trash container stand. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white. The tear machine stands. Your bottles clunk into the machine. And do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo?
Is this about the question?
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants.
Hello again, sweetie.
The worker isn't. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness. The worker continues to.
Can I help you?
The window stands broken. the tear machine your bottles. Do you know what you should do with that money? A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own.
The lights are so pretty when it gets dark.
Hello again, officer.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. I'm sure you'll figure something out. You guys have all sorts of gadgets these days. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending to infiltrate harbor machinery. Maybe you could even knock that Kvaltsen crane over using some remote controls. Or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right? I get it. Hush hush about the secret technology. Alright, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. It's low in technology, however. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grow them. That's how I do it.
Maybe that would work. We'll have to see.
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
Ask what kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electron.
You are obviously a liberal, Sailite. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races. Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant. A common result of a receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades. In Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet, you know them by the names of their nation-states. The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century.
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem, overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat bait. As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in the indigenous people of this, the Insulindian archipelago. The Simonese inhabit the southern islands. The Areopagites are the master race of the Ilmaran deserts. The Simonese are descendants of the Areopagites. The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite superae.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races. To an untrained eye, the Koiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But looking pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and the Koiko. The countless micronationalities of Grad are all inexplicably obsessed with Potat. The Vasholians, halfway between Type A and the racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zarath-ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, the revolution is fatal familial insomnia, a hereditary prion condition passed from the Koiko to the Occidentals. But enough of Type mediocrity. Types CF are a museum of failed chimeric lesser races like the mosquito, a grotesque mixture of a masked woman and a semini. The mosquito is born sterile, like a donkey. All they have left is to ride customized motor carriages with hydraulic suspension, listening to aggressive. Then there is the Simino Koiki Chimera. Are you sure you wish to know of the Simino Koiki Chimera? The Koiko, as you know, are very servile, especially when they meet the rich man. Racial scientists have this will never happen. The Simonese and the Koiko may have similar interbreeding problems, but enough. It is cruel to entertain ourselves. You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself,
Hey, how's it
what
going?
is the race enigma? You have not even worked.
Yeah, good, thanks, yourself.
Let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come in. I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian.
What the fuck? Oh, hey man, nah, I'm not interested, dude. I do this for fun, dude. I don't do this as a career. I just do this on the side, so. Nah, dude, I'm good, thanks. Just save your time, dude. Go to someone who actually wants them. I don't care enough about the streaming thing.
Fuck does Kuno care? Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking act.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno. Look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of garden? Yes, it seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that.
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno. Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real. Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any loud.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're the fuck? A mug in the trash. Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got that fast brain. You saying you pigs are after...
I can't hear you, Kuno! Speak louder, Kuno!
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug guy gonna get tied to the radiator.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique too.
Hey
Kuno
Turkin,
doesn't
how's
know
it
who
going?
put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't squeal. But if you find out, maybe you can...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting two.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching! Get away from my Kuno.
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Fuck you whispering about.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
She's not fucked up. Everyone's fucked up.
Wrong move. But he's whispering still. You haven't lost him. Just don't mess up again. Or you will. There are no guarantees here.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Stop talking to him. Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're gonna get us into shit.
She understands what you're trying to do.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer. Fucking yeah. Kuno knows you don't want to face this right now. This dark shit. Kuno faces this shit every day. Makes Kuno's skin crawl.
Yeah, I'm not sure, dude. Like I said, this place seems to have that issue too. I've checked everything I can on my end on Twitch, but it is what it is, you know. Not sure how to fix it. It is.
She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower. But a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children.
Yeah, it's just about
The
separating
creature
Kuno
peers
as...
at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in Kuno falls silent.
Kuno, there. That's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah. Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know. Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some crazy people. The fucking...
Something too awful to dwell on. The Nakis and Runkaris might be some kind of defense mechanism.
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a mad dog or some shit. Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner. I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there, or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno. Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen, listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with...
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand? Alright, now we can do business. Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker, that's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded. Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's gotta throw his dirty popo. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed. Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
Like half. A baggy. But like in this vial. Fuck you talking about half a G?
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Okay. Kuno's listening. Sure. Confiscate.
So half of a half is a quarter, right?
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. That's it. Next time Kuno sees you...
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
Kuno doesn't...
Volumetric ship compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals.
What the fuck is this shit, dude?
These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is it. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
They do after 7 days, yes.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates cover delicate and fragile. These are clearly not boots. They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are Sabbat ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, mostly. Under the heel. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
Hey, dude. Like I said, man, I'm not interested, please. Just save your time, dude.
For a full set, about 4 years of wages. By catching, do you mean, let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? Of course.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both professionalism and sarcasm. This time,
the locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable.
No, I think he had something precious underneath the clothes. They had to remove the jeans and shirt we found to get to it.
Nice. That makes sense.
They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre. The Mazda.
Fucking talking about underpants.
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay. Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air. Suddenly, your biceps coil up. Your elbow is sharp and cocked for a punch.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates, like the scales of some ancient white monster. Crap, this feels dangerous. Are you sure? The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless, the cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck.
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries. Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol, and your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has...
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure. I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open.
Etrugat Sunshine. Mini.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical. His eyes are milky white and dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. I'm gone.
What the fuck?
Into the wild pale yonder. In the past. Way out in the west.
This character is actually fucking crazy, dude.
I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. Go ahead, Coppo. What do you mean? It's the power of you mad. Go ahead. Ask me more questions. You fucking lie because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Coming right up. Copperoonie. Do I remind you of someone? You sure I got out of that one? Coppellini. Sure, looking at my face, motionless, looking into my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air.
Love did me in, Provocopo. It was love all along. Because you have. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. Good for you. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs, and only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos.
Of course. You have come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my...
Only the lower extremities are...
How should I know why you are squinting, officer? Oh. You are trying to assess lividity.
The monster comes back into focus. An explosion of color.
So, what do you think?
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of digestion at the time of death.
The fuck he saying?
Talking about shit.
Did we? I don't feel lucky. I think he was upright immediately after death. Blood has gathered in his hands and feet. The noose acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis here is in tune with the hanging. That's what I think. Everything here seems to corroborate that assumption, but we should still get him down before assigning a probable cause of death. I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
He means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
But there is no breath to catch.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig!
How? It absolutely will not, officer. That's...
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno.
Silence, and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger...
He's gonna fucking miss!
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes, mostly. Just having bad eyesight.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he? Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun in his hand.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you.
They only have one gun.
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and
Oh,
garnet
okay, that's
is
how I shot
surprisingly light.
Kuno.
Your fingers fit right through the guard.
This is what I tried to do,
instinctively resting
and how I
on the
shot
trigger.
Kuno. I didn't actually find my gun, obviously.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground. And
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Oh, I shot Kuno S. Okay. It leads to game over, dude. Basically.
I agree. Enough gunslinging for today. We need to access the harbor and ask the leader of the Union to have it taken down. I did not want us to be indebted to Evrard Clare. I wanted us to be able to deal with it ourselves. That is clearly not the case. We need help.
Oh, dude. Save your time, dude. Go to someone else here. I don't care enough about streaming.
You need to suck my dick! Why the fuck am I still alive?
He's a dangerous and corrupt man, and we cannot predict what he will want from us in return.
Can I help you?
Yes, have you got it? Like what?
the worker, a colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago, you fumble with the spring-loaded gate of the carabiner. Like fucking sleigh bells. What?
Stop finger-fucking him, officer! I'm responsible for these oafs and their stuff. Even Sleepy there. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Just don't finger-bang his stuff, okay?
To be honest, he's correct. Police officers generally don't go around appropriating possessions from people.
It was just an idea. Come on, relax everyone. It didn't turn out well. Doesn't mean it was a bad...
Hello again, officer. How are things? Well, this might be the last snow we get. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told. Nitrogen and sulfur mostly. And whatever factories and aerostatics exhale too, I guess.
Stop looking at her. Look around. What do you see? That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
No, of course not. I don't understand what this is about. The kid did this, right? The red-haired rat? Can't say a sentence without or kipped. He's always giving me trouble. Maybe you shouldn't be. I mean, you do your job, but that kid is beyond help. And he certainly won't help.
You've been resting here for quite a while, haven't you?
Yes.
I understand. The RCM isn't welcome here, and the locals want to keep an eye on us.
There's silence, the smallest of smiles.
That's okay, miss. Do what you have to do. I think we're done here.
Oh, okay. Thanks for keeping me in the know.
God damn it.
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. As you leap in the air, a chilly breeze engulfs you, sharpening your sense. Ankles tingling from the tension, blood roaring in your ears. You are ready for your rendezvous with the concrete. As the concrete floor welcomes you, you realize it's been a while since you felt so alive.
I knew you could do it. My climbing down might not have been as disco as your jump.
With your feet firmly planted on the concrete, the advanced race theory.
If you must. But please hurry. We have
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. Rene looks like he's about to smile.
Why did you take that picture of René? You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination.
What? Okay.
Yes?
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the...
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around.
Let's see what's inside. The drawer opens smoothly. Inside, hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and...
Whatever's hidden here is hidden well. Concentration isn't enough. Only a trained accountant with a background in logistics would be able to really...
It appears to be a to-do list. Remember, Leo, Everard's shoes, special whirling borscht, water Everard's plants, sweep office. All items on the list have been crossed out, and the note itself is crumpled.
Everard Clare, probably. The head of the débardeur.
What is so special about this borscht? Code for drugs? Booze? Remember, Lee, all items on the list have been crossed out, and the drawer slides.
Isn't borscht a type of food?
An
Like
imposing
it's a beet soup or
combination
something.
of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you. The machine swallows your coin and seems to be waiting for your next move. It's unclear whether you actually have muscle memory. Undoubtedly. Sure, why? Nothing tricky about that.
I don't think I've ever had borscht. It's like a Russian kind of area thing, right?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red.
The lyrics to this Container song, the accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi. From
Container, container, Everard, Everard, Everard. He looks.
the look in his deep blue eyes is as sincere as you've ever seen.
I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you? I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know. And folks, got it. Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister. Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. Oh yes, born and raised in Irish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes I am, yes I am. So it's easier for
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Lee.
Sure is, mister. Sure is.
I had to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scab. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Goddamn, dude.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Everard is in his office, where he always is. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Everard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everard telling them to take... I guess the boys got a bit too rowdy and had to let out some steam. I don't really know the details. That's...
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hard ease.
Too late. Leo's mouth is still moving. Now he's talking about some drunk sawmill owner who... No, he already switched to a...
Yes. Everybody needs a job, and this is... I'm like Mr. Everett's right-hand man when Mr. Edgar is out of town. And Mr. Edgar's right-hand man when... Actually, Miss Beaufort is the right-hand man, but she's...
Who is this, Miss Beaufort?
A real pretty lady with a skin like those Douai Sucre candy bars my missus likes so much. Them are real nice to suckle on once the dinner is done and me and the missus sit down beside the radio. But I can't listen to the radio all the time. There's so much to do around here and I...
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie. She is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, east of the river. 4 years she was gone, and when she came back, she was... But she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. Knows everybody...
For a fraction of a second.
If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real... Dr. Lemaitre said so. And she knows about such things. Being a doctor...
So Everett trained a lawyer named Miss Beaufort. Interesting.
Yes. This place really seems to run like clockwork. Keep it up, Leo.
Well, thanks a lot. Coming from you, it means a lot, really. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't really get how much I bust my ass for them here. But you guys are alright.
The white rectangle on your clothes might not mean an awful lot in Martinaise, but the recognition from an authority figure made Leo's day.
Oh, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in them. Oh yes, I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters.
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags. Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad. Oh, sure, mister.
He didn't actually understand what you meant. And now he...
Oh, you want Mr. Everett then? He's an awfully nice fellow, he is. Guys like Mr. Everett and Mr. Edgar, his brother, are real good. Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course. But he already left for the day. He always leaves around 10 p.m. Bye-bye now.
Dang, dude.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time. You should take care of that, then. Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street.
Though he finds this situation frustrating, a large table with 2 huge vacuum-insulated thermal coffee discs. You snatch up the red plastic card. It features a black contour of a crane lifting a container. Snow is quietly covering the numerous wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground. Someone partied really hard.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you. Yes, this scene isn't exactly...
The already familiar cold tub.
The unpromising race pupil return and...
What the fuck?
Look, babe. The petulant rock and roll rebel thinks the racial synthesis exists to rankle his...
I knew he wouldn't get it, John.
You could have used this opportunity to overcome your narrow al-Ghul rival. Take solace from the fact that these thoughts will never entirely leave your brain. They will be with you on the...
Damn, Jean. How are you so romantic?
What the fuck is he all about, you?
The tear machine. Your bottles. Do you know what you should do with that money?
Where's that good gone? He's gone, dude. So much for that borscht.
Can I help you? Can I help you?
Another thing. Great. I love
Yes?
Yes. Have you got it? Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
I understand your predicament as the manager. However, I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment. Good luck trying to use it.
Draconian measures.
All the locks have an electronic component. They have to be unlocked down here with a master key before your guest key will open the lock. Not until you bring me the money.
Okay, I might have something in my motor carriage we can use.
I really didn't want to resort to this.
Oh, Lieutenant, we're done here.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
I have something here we could sell.
Transport enclosure. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather
I confiscated this for a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal. There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them. A couple of weeks ago, I stopped a young man for going slower than the speed of traffic. Turns out he was some coalition of... I took them and arrested him for driving under the influence. That they are. I was going to take them into evidence, but they weren't necessary for conviction. He never asked for them back. No, that would be silly. I don't know why I kept them.
He flashes a smile, barely visible in the dark.
As I said, they are useless anyway. I should have remembered I have these.
But thank you.
Yes, the bird's nest roy, near the canal. We've been... Alright, let's not take them now. Then, come back once we realize we have to. Have this conversation again, and then take them.
okay? Pig, do you have any idea how fucking stupid that sounds? Kuno's cruising his bitch on the town, and the bitch comes back griefing to the Kuno.
Get the fuck out of here, fat ass! Those pants are too small for you.
The pants are totally okay. Don't listen to her. She's trying to give you body image.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck? Yeah, whatever. The fuck about it? Fuck are you talking about?
He says you're stupid, Kuno. They want to make you stupid again.
Oh, did Kuno make your shit sniffing harder? Obstruction of shit sniff?
You hear the lieutenant hum.
Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got one big thing wrong with him. He's a fucking mutant. Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor. Kuno threw that shit away.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Get the fuck out of here trying to fuck on me with that midget shit. Kuno's 12. What are you? Fucking 80. When Kuno's 80, Kuno can fit 4 of you in.
Trying to fuck on Kuno. Fuck out of here.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit that shit means nothing to Kuno. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour. Yeah, cocking boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit.
He means Manana, the lady.
Yeah, he's the one you wanna talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Come in here.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
You're testing.
Get lost.
Kuno.
Yes? What do you want to know? Ah, yes. The case brief you missed. 3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company, a security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. They didn't identify themselves in any way. The tone was muffled using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. That's right. No, it's not a particularly mystery. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a
Is this a strike then? Or the first?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the Union rarely overplays its hand. Strike, coup, revolution, it's brigandage.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
Politics is habit-forming and hazardous. It is also irrelevant to police work. You're right to doubt the impulse. It might be detrimental to our task.
From an imaginary...
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the... I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
His disdain is clear.
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it. That's good. What's there to say? It's the cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you...
So, he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary.
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place.
A tremble comes over you. Another after effect of ethanol poisoning, perhaps. Feels like leaves do when they rustle in the breeze. The silence carries.
Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right. You look dumb if you keep the lieutenant waiting for too long. No response. He just arches his brow.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation. Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles. Not a fan.
The RCM deploys a self-styled structure called the Decomptage as its chain of command. Every lieutenant is responsible for 2 sergeants and 8 officers. That means the average lieutenant has to deal with quite a few personal affairs.
Really? You look fine to me. This psychodrama is unbecoming of an officer. Then you should consider seeking medical attention. You can use the radio in my kinema to call your station's Lazareth. Was there anything else you wanted? Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants.
Yes, but containers contain things. Shiny things.
I don't know. Containers contain.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre.
Me? I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation. That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know? That's correct.
That makes him a Beano-clad. Completely uncopped material.
Are they? They are more...
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interest. It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting. You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revacholière. No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse. It's like you're locked down.
Something the matter?
What's going on? It's... The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control.
What do you mean? I have no idea.
The lieutenant's conceptualizations. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old, but this isn't an old school case.
I can't say that it does, no.
The lieutenant produces his... That's where his conversation... We all have our different... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Well, so far, I can't claim to understand a lot of it. All I know is he's crazy, and I'm just trying to focus on solving the mystery at hand.
It's the legend found in the trash. A pitiful cabbage of white and yellow papers hanging from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Yeah, I have a few leads at least regarding the mystery. I've got to talk to the dock worker. Got to go talk to that guy in his apartment.
There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning? It's a metaphor. Below the pathetics, terror. Do not look into it. It's just toilet paper sticking to the back of the plastic clipboard. You can take it off if you... Still wet, the toilet paper peels off the plastic easily. An aluminium block runs the width of the board, biting down on the paper. The surface is interrupted by a silvery sticker. It's rectangular.
What? Yes, halogen watermark used for adding information to RCM property. It depends. Aside from an anti-counterfeiting stamp, mine has...
How many years you've been on the force, he's thinking. It'll have that.
It depends. Aside from an...
How many years you've been...
Any capable light with the right... All RCM vehicles have had lights designed...
This means you can read the watermarks if you just turn the lights on.
Okay.
While a bunch of sodden papers sag from the clipboard. Inside, you see a set of steering levers.
I have something here we could sell.
Transport enclosure.
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start.
He's downplaying his excitement. The dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the lights unfold with a little click.
There you go. I'll turn...
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, and
there she is. Revachol West.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds. The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. You catch a faint glimmer from a broken beer bottle in the distance, in the middle of a broken plaza, illuminated in a cone of light.
Ah, Martinez at night. Let me see. Right here. No, it does not.
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows. The first row has 18 dots. The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border. There are so many, it's hard to count. More than 150. The last row has 3 perforations. That's it.
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were.
Son, here is where we score.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered? Fair point. This next row, the one that wraps all the way around, is your number of... Wow, more than 200! It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers. Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations. For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, there are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident. But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the good ones. So we have... Yes.
It's not a problem for him to...
Everyone has their own method of coping. Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies. Oh, this and that. Why not gardening?
It's meant in earnest. Please don't mistake it for a joke. The lieutenant nods.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
It's just a racist mug. Oh boy. Here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage? But it was in the trash. Why not just call it out when you see it? It's the ledger you found in the trash. They're not exactly white. They're yellowed in patches by sunlight and alcohol, and covered in dense blue handwriting. Ink escapes into watercolor patterns.
Are you
reaching
noticing,
tendrils
well,
across
how
the
long
entire
ago
pages.
did you play this, and
The
how
paper
well do you
itself
remember your
is checkered
playthrough?
with faint red line. Once in a while, there's a red stamp that exclaims, "Case files commit to paper." The case files themselves: work, strife, poverty, the Jamrock Quarter. These are handwritten logs of investigations dating back to January 51, this year. The exact number
Yeah,
is
sorry,
hard
I
to
talked over
estimate
the game.
due to missing pages.
It's just describing
and an odd
stuff, so it's not
naming
too worried.
convention. But there are at least 20, maybe 30 cases undertaken, not completed, mind you.
A few years ago, how well do you remember your playthrough? Oh, of course. I know, like, the edition I have, when it came out, that was the edition that added full voice acting to the game. To the personalities and everything. So I do remember that edition coming out. I think that's when I bought it. Do you remember any differences in your playthroughs and this? Or... well, apart from the story progress. Because imagine your build will be quite different.
It's the middle of March. What do you mean? Is that all?
More dialogue options. I'm not sure that's a good thing. I think inner mind being more active is good. It's actually not too bad. But there's also a lot of unnecessary dialogue, I feel. Like, you know, when I was in the bookstore checking out games, it would go on about every single game and every single country, like, in the universe, every single bit of history. That is quite a lot. Maybe too much, I think. Of course, that's the kind of thing that would be good with multiple playthroughs, but the first time it's kind of confusing. Yeah. I'm trying to pay attention to the history, but I did kind of forget half of it, to be honest. Well, all of it, to be honest. It's alright, I'm just doing my case. I'm literally the scare. Oh yeah, I'm not worrying about it. I don't care. I don't care if I finish it and I don't understand anything. It's alright. That just means that's what my playthrough was. But I'm just taking it easy, dude.
Huh? 2 complex cases to undertake is a lot, yes. You really have to push yourself. That's a lot. This kind of caseload would explain your solved cases tally on the watermark. I didn't mean to say you are making mistakes, by the way. That's okay. We all do.
Like a fan of gills, the checkered papers dry in your hand. The handwriting is extremely dense. Yes, it appears you employ a, shall we say, robust yet literary system. Each investigation has its case number written on a title, one might say even. One that draws inspiration from snoop fiction and vespertine cop shows. Yes, all caps. One is called The Next World Mural. Others appear more light-hearted. The guy's on a couch in an unexpected location. It's going to take an effort to piece these case files together,
but it can.
You mean the alphanumeric? Officer, precinct, time of arrival at the scene? Oh, you mean the titular? Yes, well, it's a holdover from the early days of the RCM, right after the revolution, when the organization had little idea how to do things. It persists in an unofficial capacity. Officers use these titles to refer to their work among... Again, in your defense, I seem to have named one the man with the hole in his head. That was a real person. I pray his loved ones never find out. Rail spiked through the head. He died.
The notebook is annual. It says 51 on what remains of its cover. A molten... Judging by the creases on your forehead and the lines on your cheeks, too much more. Going back years, there is, for precisely one more. 15 pages near the end remain untouched by the damage. The checkered grid forms a structure of passage. The tasks you've completed flow out of the kind green ape pen in a brash freehand similar to the rest of the letters. The wording comes easily. Inspect the victim's body. Get the body down. Interview the cafeteria manager. It's not exactly poetry, but poetry would be out. A satisfying slash sounds things to be done and things already done. The compass...
No, actually. Any ideas?
The Hanged Man. That is what...
Great. That's great. That's actually what I was thinking too. The Hanged Man. Good, strong name. I'm going to start calling it the Hanged Man. It's good we sorted this out.
You don't exactly close them, so much as distance yourself from the smelly papers. They're a little... Yes, you can piece them together using the alphanumeric code on the margin. It always begins with HDB 41. Then, date of initialization and time of arrival on the scene, followed by the title. Why, yes, every last alphanumeric in the files begins with it. And these are your case files. It's safe to say HDB. No, the alphanumeric begins with HDB. That's comforting to hear. Now, detective, it takes half an hour to piece one of these together. This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, the mural is enormous. True love is possible, only in the next world. People call it that thing. The graffito crew is easy to track down. The case files do not show the crew of the 9,000 people subjected to the mural. In any case, it appears to have been a rare case of civil activity in the quarter, and agreement as well. Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
Yeah, I'm not
a bunch of
read
sodden
that.
papers still sags from. In the back, you see thin, translucent copy of paper. Some neon yellow, some bright red, all covered in boxes. Then rip them from the binder and hand them. 3. The topmost are misconduct fines. The middle ones are station court. You don't have to be an intellectual giant to do police work. A monetary penalization ranging from 20 to 250 real. Severe cases allow for these are quite sinister in turn. They give a date and time for the person to appear at the specified precinct. A dozen pages of thin copy paper, bright red in color. You see the parameters of a deceased human form. Color of the irises, predation marks. Yes, all that remains now is to fill those forms and hand them to people. Fines for wrongdoers, interview requests for bad guys. The rest of the stinking cellulose is much worse for wear. Being sandwiched between the board and the rest of the paper, it's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. Blue, the blue heart. Don't look into it. Something rattles inside. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. With your hands, you 4-sized pages hang from the clip, screwed to the top of the board. The the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up.
It smells of chewing, a touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think the label says tutti frutti. Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Loot, rap, a young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter. Throw it away, please. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs, and you feel the ledger. No. Hold on. To what?
Detective.
What?
There is nothing again. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. That's me. Blue eyes. Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness he's grasped.
The call.
Here in the paleo-mammalian, because it's always there.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecule.
Yes, they're poor.
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. The upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery.
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you?
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold.
What happened? That does sometimes happen. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
Can't dare relate to that. Physical instrument, you fuck it. That is what I'm doing. Fuck everything else.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso.
Yeah, everyone has their...
From the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time
regrets and stuff you can say on different...
white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks.
That's just life, really.
Skin.
So I can
Their
understand
concentration is highest around his heart.
Can't relate to the alcoholic bit though.
The
Fuck
pattern
that.
still kind of has an ethnic feel to it, but nothing familiar. Gone. For you to discover. The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical because Friesel was incompetent. To your disappointment, there aren't any. After rifling the page, the magazine is divided into several sections. International.
Alright, I'll take you up on that offer, dude.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio.
I have something here with...
Transport enclosure. Regular people just... The cage.
I confiscated this for a little while back.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spin.
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. So I do appreciate it.
God damn, I actually have to put it away.
Greetings on this fine night. The pawn shop is always open.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, a drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I try to keep the shop.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
Prolodon is just something I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. So much disappointment. An early death. No one's. Everyone.
So much.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen? We were an all-volunteer force.
Tough son of a gun.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance. Didn't have the art to let it all go. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years. A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. The cleanup happened 15 years ago, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far. I like the theory more than the story.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Sure thing. My apologies.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now.
Sure, man.
Yes, we'd like to sell these hubcaps.
Roy takes the hubcaps from...
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some
No one was defrauded or jumped. Are you sure?
Of course. I meant no offense.
Thank you. Here's the 130 real you need for it.
The windfall is a small...
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Oh, no. I don't like those aphotic paths, counter-radiance network, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
God damn, dude. First order of business is to stop him being the hubcaps in this car. So since I didn't have enough money, 130 reals, the Kim had hubcaps that he confiscated off some rich guy who was driving under the influence. Yeah. Did you not get this option? Or did you have something else?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got it? Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance. The electronic lock to your room has been disabled till 9 p.m. tomorrow. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yes?
This is the door to the room you redecorate.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe.
What? He took my money and didn't even fix
The
it.
air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment.
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I also remember you wanting to discuss the RCM. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
You mean this? This isn't cool.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to... Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit, beloved.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state. But our inspection could have been more thorough, as it always can. But we have some leads we can follow up. The body is still hanging from that tree, which is unfortunate. And there's still much to do at the crime scene.
He is not particularly satisfied with your progress, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably out of fear that you'll just give up and keep drinking.
I look forward to that. We didn't get to meet Eva Claire, but we did get into the harbor. It'll be easier to... We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
Running? What do you mean? I have to go fast.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those here. Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. There are uncanny running reservoirs in...
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses. The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station coldly. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in the watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Couvent and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. The coalition government. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. It's probably more honest, yes. Either way, the Moralington leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place. Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just... What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago.
What the
Others
fuck is
a
this
historic
shit?
figure? The author of the modern age?
For you, she is something painful, though it's...
Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline.
Something kind and something ominous. Something even a little feminine, but in a strict manner.
The Moralington are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts.
It is more than that. There's some kind of a...
Yes, I did, when I was younger. In my 20s, I considered myself...
That's another leitmotif associated...
But the years have changed that. I don't know what I believe in now. No, I believe in the RCM. Do you?
Yeah, I don't have an opinion, dude.
My kind of police officer.
I literally don't. I don't have
The
an
lights
opinion.
of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses. The red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on the dying lights of the city shimmer. This soldier is the highlight of the day for me.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems... Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes. Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
Hey, the window's still broken.
The window stands broken in its... The bed is cold and not particularly... The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes. And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed. Maybe it's the bed's fault. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images.
Holy shit, man. And it would be suicidal shit. Fucking hell.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
It's dark, dude. It's dark.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask, reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did. Do you remember the warmth of her thighs? Between her legs and in her... Oh no, funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours? No, it's gone. You found Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the Islas. On the surface. You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like you're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises to meet you.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Really? Because you feel even worse this morning than you did last night. You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying. That's not really true. Your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week? Let's be honest. Suit yourself. Slow, sad. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face. The chain cutters slip out of your hands as you attempt it. It's too late. Like...
Alright, I'll stop here. That's a good stopping point anyways. Yeah, tomorrow is another overtime day, so might as well. Let's see though, Disco Elysium. Are there no achievements? I have 0 achievements. Nice, dude. But yeah, have a good night, dude. I'll catch you.